talking about mind control and where it's at and where it's been all along. And the dangers of that, how it can be guided and misled, or whatever, to its own reason. And deep down, people's reason has to be scrutinized in a way, because of where that reason lies. And there's been like loads of physical examples of this. That's been so, not so much caught out, but identified. And so the process is that of identification and observation over experiential witness or time to conclude. You know, over time you realise that this is what has been happening, so this is where it's going to go, type of thing. And the people that are intimately involved with me, and when I say intimately, I mean just in life, experiencing this timeline along. No one has the if anyone thought that like they were leading something, then they're probably misunderstood themselves, because what's been led right along is the truth, the real truth, and it's been led along by a web or a breadcrumb of lying in order to see the truth. And there's some people which are really kind of have to look at this now, and they're close to me, yeah, but they have to realise that when it's a case of like one other person not giving in, no matter what, and it's been confirmed that he won't, so whatever he says will be a contradiction or a disclassification or some sort of dismissal to what's being addressed here. Anything. And also, this is what he intended in the first place, because he seeded, more than seeded as in plant seeds or in people's minds. And this is like what could be known as slurring, or not slurring. There's a term for it anyway, within this dynamic, that they kind of always down talk everyone to someone who they've chosen. And I gotta say, these people didn't choose, they feel entitled to choose. So what's going on here is abuse, but not just to me, it's abuse to other people as well who don't know, but he knows, and it's only one person I'm talking about. He knew all along, and people know this as well, and he's kind of like, he literally published it. So anyone that kind of goes along with him are going to be identified as going going along with the lie. And it's that simple. It's really boiled down to like the the nitty gritty of things, because no one can. It'll get to the point where no one can actually bullshit. Even the intimate people involved, they can't bullshit. So because everyone knows, everyone will see where it was kind of skewered and hijacked, whatever narrative the person had, and at the time, obviously, it's no bother. But as it prevails, it's become a botherment, and it's become really obvious as what this person's intention is. And it's not good, from my perspective. It's not. And if anyone, I can have a look at this now, and it's bad that he's keeping certain people who are unaware in a position, and it's symbolic. So this other person, let's say the third party in this, being that it's boiled right down to 2 people now, yeah. Because the other 2 have got themselves out with their paperwork, quite literally. And this one person who I'm on about, might as well say his name, Loveday, yeah. All along has been there, yeah, to inspire, to be a mentor, to be an annoyance, to be a fucking goblin. Something that can be drawn contrast with. He's a character, he's a character. Everyone knows this. But with that, there is an intent, and when you know that deeper intent in him, and that there is nothing else than that, nothing, then you know which road you're going down. And I identified this long ago, and have kind of observed, as people have observed as well, the depth of where someone goes to in order to keep someone else, quite literally, experientially witnessed, from moving on. And they know that. And people to them know that too. But if they want to go along with a lie, then that's, like I said, I'm not gonna look at you in any different way, but the whole world might, because it's that exposed that this has been an experiment, people, in humanity, and their sense of sake and their sense of worth. And it goes beyond, like I said, intelligence and skill. It really does. And because that's what's kind of got people into trouble, really. Intelligence and skill, and that only. That's really fucking made people into mind controllable robots, This is not being cryptic, because I'm not being that cryptic. So, without getting too excited, the next video I'm going to put up is going to be of one person's drawings, his artwork, and let people have a look and come to their own conclusions. Because this artwork was done 2017, and so either it's a massive titanical coincidence that it all relates to one another in wonderful ways, to be indicative of what was going on. It was like a comparison. Well, there has been a comparison between 2 different consciousnesses, right? And people have to decide